Welcome ladies and gentlemen, it is Soulfax here and watching me attempt to cast Starcraft 2. And we have another Protoss versus Terran matchup on the map called Entombed Valley. Now let's start introducing our players as we start this game. In the right side corner playing in the blue trunks playing Protoss, it is Babylon. He's a Diamond Europe player as well as his opponent who is in the left hand side corner of this map playing the red trunks playing Terran, excuse me. It is Dynge. Thank you again for sending me this replay. Yeah, now let's start playing. Oh, casting, not playing, excuse me. Now this is a nice map. I actually like this map because the expansions are nicely placed and you can defend everything, except you can defend everything if you put your stuff over here. So if you're Terran, siege up a tank here, here, and put some forces down here and you can practically defend everything. Now, Dynge is probably gonna go for the standard 9 supply depot. Yes, no, that's 10 supply depot. Well, doesn't matter. 10 supply depot, 12 barracks. While his opponent is gonna be scouting him early because scouting is, as we all know, extremely important. Control Shift F to follow that unit. I learned something new, and if you hold V while you're targeting one of the units of either of the players, you can see only his vision. So that is very nice. Now we see that this probe is going in the wrong direction, and what else can I say about these two players? This is a Diamond League matchup, so they're probably going to be using consistent and well-placed builds. So it seems that Babylon, our Protoss player, is going to go for one gate expand here, if I'm correct. He probably will. You will see that gate going down, pylon next to it, chrono boosting some how do you call them? Chrono boosting some probes out, while his opponent has put down his barracks, and we'll see what he will do. I don't know. This is just a standard thing. He didn't take gas, so I think he might be going for a quick expansion here. I don't know. We will see. This probe is trying to do a little bit of harassment here, but as we all know, one SCV beats one probe, and that probe decides to run away because scouting is more important than destroying one SCV. Now, he notices that there are no gases. Well, in the meantime, he has taken his first gas and put down a second pylon here, so we will see probably an expansion coming down here as soon as he is done building this cybernetics core, because as you know, cybernetics core and gateways come in a package if you decide to build them one after another, so they don't come in a package. It doesn't matter. And he's still chrono boosting out probes, while this probe is still in his base. Whoa, where is that marine? That marine is there, so that probe is gonna go down. Yeah, that probe will sadly be destroyed, but well, one probe for a nice amount of scouting information to see the late gas, and as I told you, it's gonna be an early expansion from Dynge. It's not gonna be the fastest expansion in the world, so no barracks expand. He's gonna go for barracks expands, putting down a second supply depot to block this up, which is always important, even though there's nothing to prevent scouting. I mean, there is something to prevent scouting, that supply depot, but there's nothing to prevent scouting for. So yeah, is that SCV still in the base? Yeah, that SCV is still in the base. Is there a Stalker coming? Yes, a Stalker will probably take care of that SCV. Stalkers, as we all know, are very nice. I actually never ever played Protoss, so I don't know what Stalkers can do. Oh, that little SCV actually escapes that for one more moment here. Is he gonna get out? No, he's not gonna get out. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought he was gonna be able to get out. Now in the meantime, Dynge is building up a bunker to be safe of any early pushes here. Three Marines should be able to hold this. Fourth one oncoming in the way to fill up that bunker to do something. And in the meantime, he's building a, what is that? 2 more barracks. Nice, 2 more barracks. So he's gonna go for, I think, Marauder Marines and Medivacs here, because that is the current metagame against Protoss for some reason. Well, it's not for some reason, that is the current metagame against Protoss, because that is the most efficient thing, and he's taking double gas at the same time. So we will see what will he be doing. He's gassing up for something. We might see a very fast factory going down here and a starport somewhere along here, because he has some minerals banked up. So he could make a factory, but he doesn't have any gas, so he can't make a factory. He's got 3 in each, so he will get to 100 gas fairly soon here. We'll see what happens. Though 5 Marines are just standing out here defending the lines. I like this because these rocks have not been destroyed, so there's no other entrance into this base except this. These here guys can easily defend against everything, while in the meantime Babylon is going for his expansion to his natural down there. He's put up a second gateway here, if I'm correct. Yes, second gateway, and there's even a robotic facility to push out that observer so he can scout his opponent's base. That is always one big advantage that Protoss have. Early game scouting they can have with this probe here, I mean this observer. And through the course of one game, probably a Protoss builds probably around 5 or 6 observers just to keep an eye out on everything. And in the meantime, Dynge is going for Stimpack, so we will see a bio-heavy army here. A nice amount of Marines here. They are not upgraded, but they have Stim, will have Stim soon. 1 damage is on the way for the infantry, for the Marines, and we see a factory going down. So, oh, there was a pause, there was a slight pause for some reason. Doesn't matter, this is a replay. Pauses don't affect us. Now, what is this? A robotics bay is going down for our Babylon player up there. We will see where exactly. As well, Dynge is moving out. Where's the robotics bay? It's here. So we will see Colossi, Stalker, and Zealots, I believe. And sentries, of course. There's a pylon going down. Dynge will take this middle Zelnaga tower. He will hold up here to get some reinforcements because it's not so smart to go so early. He will not take a third base that easily, that soon, because he has not taken the gases on this second base, nor is this mineral line saturated enough to be of any use. This mineral line is, I think, also lacking a few SCVs. Yeah, I think maybe one SCV should be, 2 SCVs more should be enough to saturate this mineral line completely. Okay, that is a lot of talking. Now this little force of Marines is pushing up there. Let's see, F, Control F. Oh, Shift the F there. Haha, auto tracking, I love that. This little force of Marines is pushing up here. They're gonna find a big force of sentries and stalkers here. Even one more stalker, even one more sentry going in. So he can probably block off this with no problem at all. He has a few force fields available here, but I think Dynge will fall back because it's not a smart idea to run up ramps when you don't know if your opponent has some units on the other side of the ramp, because of course the units at the the units that have the high ground will be at an advantage. But I think he's waiting for that +1 damage to finish up. In the meantime, he's building 2 more medevacs and building 1 barracks. So we will see what happens. He will wait for that 1-1 to go down. Checking out that 1 Marine there, sees that he has a nice army, pulling back, the smart idea to do. In the meantime, he's building more Marines. I don't see any Tech Labs. I see Tech Labs, excuse me, but I don't see any Marauders being built. Only 1 Marauder being built and 1 armor is going down. 2 medevacs are going out here. Where the starport? Yes, starport with reactor, standard build here. I think he should probably, as soon as he attacks there, as soon as he decides to do this little push here, go for a second expansion here. But he should probably take down this rocks first, so he has quick access to it if in need of any counterattack from Babylon. Now, in the meantime, he's got 2 medevacs here, and his opponent has only 4 stalkers, excuse me, which is, well, it's not so bad. Those stalkers have 000s, so they're not upgraded in any way, but he has enough sentries to hold off this line, to block off this entrance here, so that it should not be a problem. 1 more stalker, 1 more stalker whopping in, so a nice force little here. I think that should be able to deal with this force of Marines, and only 1 Marauder at the moment. There is 3 more on the way, and there's combat shield and concussive shells on the way, as well as +1 armor for the Marines, and we see +1 ground weapons for Protoss, +1 ground armor and extended thermal lance, as well as a Colossus going down. So we will see a Colossus, Sanitary, Zealot, and Stalker composition. Oh, that was so hard to say because that's a lot of units. That's interesting. Protoss use a lot of units in their unit compositions, like 5 units, while Terran tend to go for maybe three different units with 1 or 2 air backup units for their unit composition. Oh, there's a Marine here scouting the 3rd expansion, the 2nd expansion timing. We will see what happens. There's more reinforcements coming in, so I think this is a nice time when that 1 armor and combat shield finishes for Dynge to push out a little bit, to poke in his opponent's base, to see what his opponent is doing. I love this early game pushes, mid game pushes, excuse me, with just a few Marines, not a lot of Marines. That is 6+3. That is not a lot of Marines from comparison to what you see from professional gamers, and a few Marauders here and there. Nice amount of medevacs, even though I think he should bring at least 2 more, but he is building Vikings. He knows that he scouted out here. He probably saw something that alerted him. He probably saw this Colossi too, which Babylon tried to hide from his opponent, but it didn't work out. He's excuse me. Babylon in the meantime is putting down more gateways here to push up, to ramp up that Stalker production, because he will be going Stalker Sentry and Babylons for the rest of this game. Babylons, no Babylons, not Babylons. Colossi, and we see a nice spread from Dynge here, one medevac for every group, and now they're pushed up. There's a little encounter in the middle. I think those Stalkers will not stand a chance unless those Colossi roll in. Oh, this is gonna be a total slaughter for Dynge here. Those Colossus are taking out everything. Those Vikings are not doing a lot of damage. They will probably take out one Colossi. No, they will not. Dynge needs to retreat. He has lost all of his units, so he's very susceptible to a counterattack, but I think he should be able to hold this with this amount of units. Babylon's gonna put an offensive pylon here. No, don't lose those. Don't lose those medevacs. They're very, very expensive. They're very, very cool. As we see, oh, he's gonna be able to hold this. I think those Stalkers won't be able to do much. He should have actually force fielded that bunker here. That bunker goes down, if I believe correct. That's a nice angle of attack for those Colossi. Those Stalkers will go down, and he finally manages to push this back. He lost a few units, and I think he should go and counterattack right now as soon as he cleans this up, as that he will do that without any problem. There's a lot of medevacs healing just a few units there, so he should have the healing oversaturated. He should be able to use Stim very effectively now. And as we see, 2-2 is going down for Dynge, as well as 2-2 for our Babylon player, for our Protoss player here. And he's building more sentries and more zealots, so he's reinforcing his army that has been crushed in that counterattack. That was a good idea to counterattack, but he didn't have enough units. He should have actually waited. And Dynge decides to pull back, build more units, and then go for an attack. I think he's gonna expand to his third base. He already did expand. How did I miss that? He's got nice saturation on it as well. Oh, I missed that. Excuse me for that. He's gonna destroy these 2 rocks and putting down this factory here, probably to block off this entrance here, so he has only one entrance to funnel the units that will be attacking him from. And Babylon is also going for a second expansion there on the natural. There's one Marine here trying to deal with this, but those Stalkers come in and destroy him. Poor little Marine. He's seen everything. He's been of a great use to his master, to his general. And we see another robotics facility going down, as well as Forge being chrono boosted for some reason, because it's gonna be 3-3. Oh, 3-3 coming very fast, while our Terran player does not have 2-2, but he has the advantage in unit number. He has a lot of Marauders here. A few, how many is that? Five Vikings here and 4 medevacs. I think he should build 2 more, but there's more Vikings on the way because he needs to deal with those Colossi, which his opponent has a lot of Colossi, 3 Colossi here that have 2-2, so they're gonna be extremely powerful. What are those Warpins, Stalkers, and a few Zealots? We will see how this encounter will go down. He's pushing up that third base. Perhaps Dynge, if he is not careful, he will lose that Nexus. That 1-2 volleys of all of those Marauders that have 1-1 will be able to take down that Nexus. Is maybe 2-3 shots. We see even more Vikings coming into this force, even more reinforcement. This will be a nice encounter here. And now Babylon finally spots it with that Observer. Let's see, is Dynge gonna push out? He's gonna try to take those Colossus with those. Oh, he takes down the shields. Oh my, almost taking down that one Colossi over there. There's no Colossi in production. Assault to that third base is going down. Let's see what kind of assault we can have here. A huge steam. Those Colossi go down almost instantly to those Vikings. Oh, he's gonna just wreck through this whole force with that stim force, with that 2-2. Finally finished, 3-3 on the way. Babylon decides to pull back. He's gonna lose this Nexus, whether he likes it or not. That Nexus is going down. I don't know about pros, but oh, there's a counterattack from Babylon here. Dynge is holding off pretty well here. I think he will be able to hold this off. No, he overstims here, I think. No, he doesn't. And he decides to pull back. What? He shouldn't use so much stim here. Oh, nice pick up there, rescuing a few units, but losing a medevac in the way. But in the meantime, he's also building units. That's the Naga Tower, so he will be able to go for another counterattack. He's got a lot of minerals stored up, while his opponent doesn't have any minerals stored up because he couldn't get that third base production underway, while our Terran player has got his third base production well saturated here. Look at so many SCVs, probably too saturated here. He should probably expand his fourth base now, building a command center here, so he's thinking like there's a nice little clash in the middle. Those zealots doing a lot of damage to those marauders that don't have any medevacs in the vicinity of them to support them, to heal them. I think those marauders will go down. They stem away from them. Do those zealots have charge? No, they don't. Yes, they do have charge. Oh, that was a nice counterattack by Babylon, crippling the forces of Dynge, but there's more reinforcements on the way. There's even a Viking landing down here to assist his friends in defeating this force. There's even a small force of marauders here in the middle, just taking this Naga Tower to see the scouting, to see what's gonna go down. This pylon is gonna get destroyed very easily, and there's even a that's a observer here, excuse me. So now Dynge is taking his fourth base. He has an extreme supply lead, but that is mostly in probes and just a few units here. 3-3 is almost finished for Dynge, so he's gonna have such an advantage in this matchup. This planetary fort is going down. Nice decision from Dynge. That's a lot of marauders and a lot of marines going up to his base, while his opponent doesn't have a lot of units. Have this Congo line of probes going up and down. He doesn't have a single colossi from what I see. Only one here is gonna get taken out extremely easily from all of those how do you call them, all of those Vikings here. So how many Vikings does our Dynge have? 5 Vikings. That's not gonna be a problem. That's not gonna be a problem. That Colossus is not gonna be a problem. There's 2 more Colossi out, but I don't think he will be able to hold this. Babylon, that is. Now, I think Dynge will, as soon as this 3-3 is done, he will advance here. Ship Weapon 2 will be done. He maybe wait for Ship Weapon 2. He's got a Ghost Academy on the way. Archons are on the way for Babylon, so we will see. There will be no storms here. I think storms would be a good idea on those units here, because Dynge will keep them clumped up to maximize the damage of those marauders and marines. And what is going on in the middle? There's even a 5th command center going down for Dynge, so he's thinking about an extreme how do you call it, economical advantage. Mobius reactor going down. We will see a few ghosts in this composition before he moves out, I believe. Will see. We might see High Templars on the field, so we will see a few storms if he does not morph this into Archons, which do have a lot of do a lot of damage, those Archons. But Dynge is moving out. He's moving into his opponent. Those Archons, if they should go back, those Archons will be destroyed very easily. But those Marauder forces, if he does not pull them back, do they engage? They do engage a big stem. Oh, those Archons just melting under the forces. Dynge is retreating for some unknown reason. He's probably gonna try to take those Colossi. 1 Colossi going down. There's only 1 Colossi left. Those Zealots are out of position, as well as those Archons. Archons will go down as well as those Zealots. Oh, this is just a big slaughter here. Nice play by Dynge, stemming up. But there's not so many medevacs here to heal up those units here. Babylon's trying to warp in more and more units, but that's not a lot of units here to hold that. Zealots using charging into his opponent. But the big part of Dynge's army has survived. Those Archons will get destroyed, no doubt about it. Now he's gonna take down this natural here. I don't think there will be much contest anymore. I think that's a big GG from Dynge here. Babylon is trying to warp in a few units, but some target fire will be able to take care of it. And there's the GG. Nice game, great game. Oh, I really loved casting this. There were a few nice features in this game, like 5 bases. Look at so many barracks here. How many barracks did he have? Can we get structures? That's 4 here, 4 barracks here, 4 barracks here, 5 barracks here, excuse me. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 barracks here, 2 more. That's a lot of barracks, dude. That's a lot of barracks. And he even had a nuke on the way. He's crazy. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode, this cast, excuse me. Till next time, guys, keep it steady and carry on.